this weekend, now it's gonna be sacrilegious to a lot of boxing fans. I know, okay, because we don't watch wrestling, and you know what I mean. But let me remind you that Muhammad Ali watched wrestling. Okay, Mike Tyson, he watched wrestling too. You know, he like Bruno San Martino. You know what I mean? Like so there's something there, that there's rings. But anyway, WrestleMania weekend this weekend, right? So let's say, like, I remember one time De La Hoya said this. Now, obviously, this wouldn't happen. I know that, but you know, he said, "Oh, I want to create a WrestleMania for boxing. I want to make a big event every year." Okay, sure, but let's hypothetically say that you are a promoter, and you have free reign to do whatever matches you want, whatever fights you want. Okay. What's the venue that you would book it in? That's number one. Second, what is your main event? What's your mid card look like? And what's your opening match? Let's start with Kenny. Go ahead, Kenny. No Hell in a Cell. No Hell in a Cell.
I got you. Look, I had to research before this podcast. You know, I had to research what a WrestleMania schedule looks like, because I haven't watched wrestling in ages. Like, I couldn't remember what it was like. And when you said WrestleMania, I was thinking Royal Rumble, but that was not the case. So I do have a semi-detailed list, because I did it right before the show. For my main event for WrestleMania, I'm going to have Spence versus Crawford, because we've been waiting for that one forever. And I don't know if it ever will happen, and I've been wanting it to happen forever. Right under that, I'm going to have Canelo Betetev, because he is going to become undisputed at 175, and that is going to be the next fight that's signed. You guys just wait and see. Man. And it's an amazing one. It's a historical fight. And then the third fight would be another undisputed match, and that will be Usyk versus Fury. Those will be the three main event cards, right? Then I saw they had like the tag team champions, they had the women's champ, and they had the women's tag team champion. So I went ahead and I did some of those too. Unfortunately, I couldn't get in the women's tag team champion, because in women's rankings, it's very difficult to find like a lot of women that are good in the same division. You know, like the rankings are very spread thin. So I couldn't get in the women's tag team, but I do have the rest of them. Here we go. For the men's tag team champ, we have Devin Haney and Teofimo Lopez versus Kambosos and Loma. Think about it. They both fought Kambosos. Haney and Teofimo both fighting Kambosos, and Loma's like the fourth guy who would fight anybody and is super respectful and doesn't have beef with anybody. So he'd hop on anybody's team. Then for women's champ, my match would be either Serrano versus Taylor or Shields versus Marshall, both fights which are potential coming up on the horizon. Or this one, these girls are too young for it to be a main event. Well, Baumgardner and Michaela Mayer.
Okay.
There we go for the WrestleMania.
Give us that like, everybody. Nando Yama says, great stuff, Kenny.
One last thing. Venue, Madison Square Garden. I'm from New York. I had to do it.
Who's going to sing America's Beautiful? Like, what do you got? You got to give me somebody.
I don't know. I just know that I won't have Michael Buffer announcing the fights. I'd rather have Jimmy Lennon Jr. Michael Buffer is not a nice dude. I tried to meet him in person, and he just said, whoop.
He don't got to be nice. He's so good at what he does. He don't got to be nice.
I don't care.
You know what I mean?
It's showtime. Jimmy Lennon Jr., baby.
Man, you're going to have Michael Buffer? Like, that's crazy.
No.
Because he wasn't nice to me. Look, what's going on over here?
He's an
asshole. Michael Buffer can do whatever he wants, bro. You know what I mean?
It's showtime.
Okay, but check this. Beep, talk to us. What's your boxing mania?
It's showtime. All right, the main event is Fury versus Usyk. The co-main event is going to be Errol Spence versus Terrence Crawford. And then we're going to have Wilder versus Joshua. And the opening bout is going to be Tank Davis versus Ryan Garcia.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And the third fight is going to be Jamal Charlo versus David Benavidez.
All right.
And the venue, my favorite venue. I love this place. May not be everyone's cup of tea, but I love the MGM Grand. It's beautiful, that place. Nice and cozy in there. Not a bad seat in the house. AC. Beautiful in there. Good restaurants.
Okay. Who's singing America the Beautiful? Who's going to sing?
Rihanna.
Okay. All right. He didn't even like hesitate, Rihanna.
I like Rihanna.
You know what I mean? It's Gail, talk to us. What's your Boxing Mania look like?
Gosh, I like some of those lineups already. I'm not going to reinvent the wheel. I do think you have to have a heavyweight in the main event. I think, for popular culture, you just do. But what you guys are all missing is the smaller divisions where a lot of the action is. And I say that you throw on there as the opener, Estrada Chocolatito 3, the fight we were denied, right, here a few weeks ago. Chocolatito looked great. I'm even more hyped for that fight. It is coming. Now, let's say, perchance, they've already had that fight by the time we get to our Boxing Mania. And let's say Chocolatito's the winner. You guys missed this in the earlier conversation. Inouye and Chocolatito.
Hey.
Crazy. I want to see that. That's what I want to see. Bring it.
I like it. Okay. Who's singing America the Beautiful?
Beautiful. I think you have Lady Gaga do it because you put it in Vegas at Allegiant Stadium and she has a residency there. So she's handy.
I got it. Okay. All right. Ashy, talk to us, bro. What's your Boxing Mania look like?
All right. So I was thinking Snoop Dogg is going to be the host, you know what I'm saying? The guest host doing the speaking because he'll have everybody cracking up, right?
Ring announcer or just the host? Broadcast.
He'll be like a guest color commentary, and of course he can get in the ring and talk, and bring out maybe one or two fighters for their match, and that's about it. But I was thinking, like, for an opening bout, I want somebody explosive. Because nobody pays attention to the first fight at fight parties. Everybody's talking shit and drinking and lying to each other. So I was thinking Geron Ennis against Jamal James. A good step-up fight for Geron Ennis as he makes his way towards a title shot. A fight that he could potentially look explosive.
Is that one of those old school, like when they go out the jobbers like that? Like one of those?
I mean, if we look at it, it would be the next logical step if he does not take on a champion. And it's an opening fight, so you expect the opening fight to set the tone for the rest of the night. Why not a brilliant knockout? That's how I would see the fight going anyway. After that, you'll have Ryan Garcia versus Teo. That would be a great fight. I would love to see it. I want to see, after that, Naoya Inoue against Stephen Fulton at 122 pounds. That would be a great explosive night. Jamal Charlo and Triple G. I've been wanting to see that for a while. That would be great. After that, you got Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford leading into the main event. Same thing Kenny said. Canelo versus Betetev at light heavyweight. But I forgot about Joshua and Wilder. That would be a great fight. I still want to see it. I don't need world titles. Just go to camp, put in the work, show up on fight night. That's all I need, man. Oh, and the venue would be Jerry's World, baby. I'm from Texas. That is a humongous stadium. If you've never been there, it's like a little city.
But you're okay. All right. I like it. Okay. Big Dog, Lukey, talk to us, brother. What would yours look like?
Okay, so in the theme of WrestleMania, any real wrestling fanatic knows it's a 2-night event, so we're going on and off card TV. We're doing this in Dubai, where everyone is always fighting nowadays, so it's going to be on some weird stream in Dubai. Actress Rachel McAdams is going to be singing the national anthem, and we're giving her a puppy and just handing her a puppy. So she's going to be holding a puppy that we give her along with a paycheck. She's up there opening the card. Sandy Ryan versus Chantel Cameron. They don't like each other. Throw them in the ring. Let them fight. DeAndre Savage versus Jeremiah Milton. They don't like each other. Throw them on. We'll put it on a YouTube stream. Get them talking when they leave the ring. Brandon Lee versus Gary Antoine Russell rounds out our free card. Put them in there. Let's see who wins. Battle of the fittest. Starting our card, Arnold Barbosa versus Teofimo Lopez. Followed by David Benavidez versus Demetrius Andrade. And the headliner, Boots Ennis versus Virgil Ortiz. Prospect versus prospect. Someone becomes a guy. That's the theme of the night.
All right. Okay, man. Okay. Is that just night one?
No, that's the show. That's the show. Okay. We don't, these other guys, they don't get to be on. So there we go.
There you go. There you go. Hey, Shoe Shine. Top that.
That's hard to top. Listen, first and foremost, it's going to be at the fight capital of the world. Absolutely. Allegiant Stadium. I've yet to see a fight there. I'm waiting for one to materialize. So it's going to be there. And everybody will be out there for Sin City. Okay, so let's get on to the opening card. This is a grudge match that's developing, and I can't wait to see materialize. Michaela Mayer and Alicia Baumgardner. Kenny put that one out there, too. The second one is a future star versus a legend, living legend. And if I'm talking Bam Rodriguez. We're going to have it right now versus Chocolatito. Right now, we're going to find out if it's time to pass the torch. Followed by, and since you said this is wrestling, D-Style, there's always a lot of wrestlers that go on into their 40s and 50s. So in this case, I'm going to go with Gennady Golovkin versus Sergio Martinez because I always wanted to see that in their prime. Why not? So you could even fake that one if I don't care. But let's get on to the big dogs in the main event. The co-main event is, and you know what's going to happen at some point. It's Canelo Alvarez versus Artur Betetev. And only one fight could be bigger than that, and that's Tyson Fury versus Usyk. All on one night. My dream matchups.
Man. First, I don't know about Gail's whole rule that the main event has to be a heavyweight, but I don't know about that. You know what I mean? But maybe a heavyweight name, which I will get to. Look, my opening match, would be a Chocolatito against Gallo. It is a grudge match. We're going to put this, for no reason, it's not needed, but we're going to put a Hell in a Cell, over the ring. You know what I mean? Because that ends the feud. That's where you do, that's where you end the feuds. You know what I mean? I'm saying. Okay, so and Gallo leaves Chocolatito bloody in the ring, Hell in a Cell style. Okay, that's how it started out. They're not going to use the cell for the boxing fight. We're just going to put it over just for the sake of putting it over. You know what I mean? That's what we're going to do. And then of course my mid card would feature some heavyweights. Fury versus Usyk would be in the mid card. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be a mid card fight. All right, yes, Beep, it's going to be a mid card fight, but it's a great fight. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. AJ versus Wilder. Okay, a grudge match. Okay, AJ uses an egg weight to illegally punch Wilder and knocks him out. Okay, and wins that match. but nonetheless, no, actually, I think Wilder knocks him out. All right. So the 14 Inoue was actually in my mid card as well. Okay, but that'll be first, and then the heavyweights. Right now, of course, the heavyweight, the main event of the night is going to be Saul Canelo Alvarez. Okay, he's going to be walking out. All right, and he's going to be fighting. By the way, he's going to walk out with Bridger Walker by his side. Okay, they're going to walk to the ring together. The little kid, Bridger Walker, the kid that saved his sister. Okay. Okay, it's Oscar Rivas for the Bridgerweight Championship of the world. And when Canelo wins, Boxing Mania will end with Bridger Walker over the shoulder of Canelo while he holds the Bridgerweight title. And the fireworks go off, ladies and gentlemen. They're just going to go off. We're going to do the fight in where should we do this fight? I haven't thought about that, actually.
Azteca Stadium.
Yeah, Azteca's a good call. Azteca Stadium, fireworks going off, different colors. Some of the fireworks look white in the middle, green, red. It looks like the Mexican flag, like all the fireworks. You know what I mean? That's what I'm talking about, okay? Okay, at the end of the day. And we'll get Beyonce to sing the national anthem, and then we'll get some Mexican actors to sing the Mexican national anthem. There you go. That is the best. Isn't that the best WrestleMania? I'm sorry, Boxing Mania?
Nobody had a tag team?
No tag teams, brother.
There was one name I didn't hear though.
Oh, Crawford.
Katie
Jake
Taylor.
Paul.